Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to do this reading for you guys today because of the transits we're going through. It is so important that I do a reading today. Now remember, these readings are timeless, and if you guys missed the last reading, you're definitely going to want to check that out because we marked some milestones, some breakthroughs for full transparency, releasing people pleasing, stepping into our authenticity. And it was just a good moment of being vulnerable. And that's where I kind of explained some things that are going on with me. Without further ado, let's get into today's message. You guys are trying to create stability. You're trying to ground your energy in what your future looks like, but also being present. You guys are going through a radical rebirth. You guys could be seeing a lot of fives, and it might be scaring you a little bit. Like, I don't want to see fives. I don't want to go through a radical rebirth. So when I pulled this card out, which is the energy crowning the reading, I heard birds chirping like a Disney movie. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, wait a minute. It sounded just like when Cinderella's outside or Snow White is outside. The birds were singing like that. And normally that is not the case where I live. Normally when the birds are making noises, they're like cawing. There's pigeons like fighting. So it was like a nice little moment. So I know that this message is important. So we have this radical rebirth that you guys are going through. You guys could be seeing 515, 555, 505. Let me know in the comments. And you guys are releasing people pleasing, so it's helping you tap back in to your creativity. You guys are being able to step into your creativity again, something that you've really been wanting. So I really feel like this transit is going to help nudge you along because it's something that you've been really wanting, something that you've really been desiring. Maybe you feel like you've been getting bored with your day-to-day and you feel like it's not exciting anymore. You're like always looking towards the future, or you're always looking at the past and you're like, I need to be present. I feel like whoever this message is for, you're definitely an empath and you're learning how to bring your energy back to yourself instead of always tuning into others and what they want and adapting to that or tapping into the energy of the collective. You are learning how to bring that back to yourself. Okay, so this transit is going to have a lot to do with how you communicate and how you are an inspiration to the world. This is a radical rebirth for your creativity and you tuning back into yourself, not caring what anyone in the world thinks. We're just on the zero, you know what's, just not caring, living unapologetically. And you're learning that that's what's really going to attract people to you, is not caring what they think. Okay, when you pull your energy away from anybody, whether it is a love relationship or the collective or people in the workplace, being indifferent is not love and it's not hate. It's just you could be tuning into yourself. And so people are intrigued by that. So this is what you're going to be working on, is tuning into yourself instead of needing other people's approval, instead of needing other people's validation. So the last video is part 1 of this radical rebirth. It's the breakthrough of realizing that some of us have people-pleasing tendencies. We're being transparent and vulnerable in the fact that, hey, I do that. And I'm going to start working on that. So now we're going to dig into that further. You're going to be blessed with your communication right now because you're being vulnerable, because you're realizing things about yourself, and because you're changing your approach and how you fix those things, how you improve and how you work on them. So a lot of healing, a lot of breakthroughs, new milestones, new realizations. You're going to be assessing things differently. And I'm so excited for you guys. I'm so, so, so excited for us all. So I'm getting that giving and receiving, you're going to start balancing this out. You're going to start giving more to yourself, giving less to others. And not in a mean way, not in a passive aggressive, like none for you and all for me. I feel like there could have been something that happened in your childhood. Oh, I just heard the birds chirping again. There could have been something that happened in your childhood. So that's confirmation. So we're going to take birds chirping when they're singing, definitely, and motorcycles as confirmation on this channel. So we have giving and receiving. This goddess, Mott, is going to be teaching us giving and receiving and how to do that. Bad bitch energy, okay? So what I'm getting is for you guys to be in celestial alignment of who you aspire to be, you are going to be balancing out giving and receiving. So something happened in your earlier years where you always had to tune into the energy of the adults around you. That is how you chose to maneuver based on what they were doing, what they were upset about. If they were happy, if they were sad, if they were mad, you were tuning into other people's vibe. And you guys have learned to do that because you're an empath and you've learned to do that as a light worker. But now you're realizing that you need to tune more into yourself. So we are going through this celestial alignment. I'm so excited for you guys. Oh my gosh. You guys drop your rainbows down below if you are ready for this celestial alignment. We have mask. Goddess Junbi is teaching us that we have many different personalities. We have many different layers to our shadow, layers to our ego, layers to the light worker that we are, our inner child. We are many different things. 1111 on the clock. So you guys drop 1111 down below in the comments because our celestial alignment is here. We are looking at the different things that we are for other people. This is part of our shadow work. Learning the different things that we've been for other people. We're going to learn to do more for ourselves instead of always tuning in to everyone else's whatever for their approval. Give me one more. Storms. This has not been an easy storm for you guys to weather or navigate. You feel like you're in uncharted territory, trying to figure this out. Trying to get realigned, trying not to overdo things for other people, trying not to be needy or clingy or seek their approval or seek their validation. Some of you guys, this could refer to not necessarily being a light worker. This could refer to your love life. And I saw something earlier today that said when guys are trying to make it work in a relationship and the guy was like, oh, she hates me, she hates me. And the therapist was like, well, then you've got a chance. He's like, what do you mean? She just said that she hated me today. And he's like, well, hate and love are very close to one another. And if she was indifferent, then I'd say you don't have a chance because she's already like, I don't care what they do. I don't care what he's doing. I don't care. I don't care what he's up to. But if she hates you, okay, you're saying there's a chance. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you guys are starting to figure out in your dating life what efforts you're really going to put forward. And if you're being honest with yourself, if it's being grounded in reality. I feel like there's a lot of things wrong with social media that make it hard for us to see that. There's dating apps, motorcycles, there's dating apps, so it's confirmation. Wow, And the motorcycle's getting closer. I'm here for it. I love it. I love motorcycles. Sorry, I had to pause for a second because I had an eyelash in my eye. So, confirmation with the motorcycles that you guys are learning through dating apps, TikTok, different things that you see on social media that maybe you are not necessarily grounded in reality when it comes to relationships. And this is something that also Stargirl Anita talked about on Instagram, is being grounded in reality when it comes to relationships. She was saying she agrees with twin flames. They're not supposed to be tethering us to abusive relationships. Our twin flame is not going to be, as she said, our twin flame is not going to be abusive. Our twin flame is not going to be married to somebody else. That is not our twin flame. And I agree with her. I agree with her because I feel like there are a lot of readers that unfortunately sensationalize different narratives, different storylines for clickbait or for views, and it's not helping the collective stay grounded in reality. And I don't think it's safe. I actually think it's like irresponsible as a light worker to even feed that narrative that that is your twin flame, that that's normal. That's not normal. Okay? For those of us that have been excuse me, for those of us that have been in toxic relationships, for those of us that have been in abusive relationships, it is not normal. Okay? It is not okay for us to project that or tell that to the collective. Okay, I know I have a lot of light workers and tarot readers that watch my channel, so that's just my opinion. So I'm just saying I agree with Anita that it's not good for us to be thinking that. That's not grounded in reality. If they're not texting back, if they tell us that they don't like us, for us to chase that. And I used to do that. I used to think, no, they're my soulmate. They're my soulmate. I don't understand where they're going. They're my soulmate. You guys, I was like that for a very long time. So I'm not judging. I was coming from a place of fear of being abandoned because that was how I was raised. Everybody left me. I was left alone as a child from 7 to 11 years old. That is not normal. So growing up, I had a huge fear of abandonment. And if I felt in certain situations like I could control the narrative, I would leave so I could control the pain. So as a teenager, I went to go live with my mom and my stepdad. I didn't stay with them for very long, 4 or 5 years. And I decided to graduate early and leave and move to another state because I was in fear of what else my mother could do to me, as her being abused herself and not being able to control her impulses and how she treated me. It was really hard. And I would rather be alone like I was at 7 to 11 years old, living with my dad, with him never being around. I would rather be in that situation, malnourished, hungry, starving, like I was before I came back to live with her. I would rather be in that situation than be under this reign of terror every day, not knowing how I was going to have to maneuver, how she was going to react to things. So we are coming out of this state of fear. So in the last reading, I was telling you guys about things that my mom would do to me. And I know a lot of us have a parent like that we are trying to heal from. We're trying to go through this soul restoration, this soul forgiveness, that unfortunately they did the best that they could. And now it's up to us if we're going to pick up the pieces and break these chains and these toxic cycles. It's up to us if we're going to realign, if we're going to drop the mask, if we're going to balance giving and receiving and people pleasing, caring what other people think. So like for me, how one thing I really didn't like about how I grew up was I was either abandoned or abused. There was no in between. I just wanted to be left alone. There was no in between. I either had to live with my dad and be abandoned and malnourished, or I had to live with my mom where I was constantly under this reign of terror. So at 17, I was like, I'm out of here. Okay, I'm out of here. Peace. Okay, I'm leaving. Because I couldn't handle it. I was like, I can't live this way. And one thing I really didn't like about that whole situation is I didn't feel protected. I didn't feel safe. And every time I would have an ailment, anytime there was anything wrong with me, it was a huge inconvenience to my mother, who was supposed to protect me. So say I got hurt and I needed stitches, she would flip out. I'm inconveniencing her whole life, right? That doesn't make me feel safe. That doesn't make me feel protected. Whenever I would get sick or sprain an ankle, need stitches, I would get yelled at. I would get screamed at. I would get screamed at all the way to the urgent care. I would get screamed at all the way to the doctor's office, the ER, whatever it was. And I would feel such shame and guilt because she would always say that if something was wrong with me, it was because I was dirty. Oh, you did this because you're dirty. You're dirty. And it's like, who tells that to a kid? Who says that? So it's, you guys are learning that it is safe to tune back into your body. It is safe to tune into how you feel instead of walking on eggshells of how other people feel around you and if they're accepting you, if they approve of you. For a long time, as an adult, I wanted this person's approval. Now I could give a fuck less. Because I've been zero contact with them for 4.5 years. Been the best 4.5 years of my life. Because I have the room and the space to heal instead of trying to mend a relationship that other person doesn't want to mend. You know what I mean? So you guys are purifying your life. You are facing your fears. We have feeling safe. It is safe for you to feel safe. You are removing seeds of doubt. You're going to start realizing that you can do whatever you set your mind to. You are allowed to speak up, even if people don't approve. My mom always used to make me feel ashamed of speaking. If I was speaking, it was shut up, sit down. Nobody wants to hear you. Nobody cares. That's how I was raised. That's how I was talked to since the age of 2. That my voice was not important. That speaking up was not allowed. That any type of speaking up was back talk. So that was something I really had to overcome, was learning how to speak up, learning how to speak my truth instead of feeling ashamed. Sometimes when I would get really excited and I would talk and talk and talk, I would get stressed. After talking, I would feel ashamed, like I did something wrong. Like, oh, I was so excited, I just met a new person and I was talking to them, but then I would feel bad. So we're going to be releasing shame. We're going to be releasing rage. We're going to be learning how to speak our truth. We are going to be learning how to tap back into our intuition. So for some of you guys, your crown chakra is going to be opening. For some of you guys, it's going to be a lot of shadow work. For others of you, you're going to be balancing your solar plexus or activating your throat chakra. Soul forgiveness. We are getting ready for forgiveness of the soul. Instead of, it's their fault I feel this way. I could easily blame my mother for the way that she treated me. But now it's my life. It's my narrative. I've removed her. And now it's time to forgive myself. Instead of thinking, oh, it's my fault. Like, that person didn't love me. It's my fault. No. I'm going to work on healing and forgiving and letting go of the shame, the fear, the guilt, the rage. It's okay to speak up. It's okay to forgive. It's okay to drop the mask that we've been using to protect ourselves, to get other people's approval, to get them to accept us, to like us. And yeah, for a long time, I wanted her to accept me. Maybe if I do this, maybe if I'm making this much money, she'll accept me. Maybe if I'm driving this type of car, she'll accept me. It never worked. Maybe if I get sober, she'll accept me. Maybe if I come around more, she'll accept me. No, I was the punching bag no matter what. So I had to do what was best for my health, my mental health, and trust that I was doing the right thing by walking away. That was very hard for me to do. And every time I tried it, every time I would retract my energy, she would come and find me. And this is what you guys are learning how to do. You're wanting to be accepted. You're wanting people to pay attention to the important things that you're doing or the important things that you have to say. You're wanting to be accepted, but you are learning to trust that walking away, tuning back into yourself and doing what you want to do for you is the best way to do that. When we retract our energy from people, they feel that. They energetically feel that. They're like, wait. Where are you going? Where are you going? They don't feel like their plans are coming to fruition when you're walking away. And unfortunately, we are in the day and age of social media and dating apps where it is harder and harder to meet people organically. I feel like that's something we've really moved away from because of the day and age that we're in. And I look at the younger generations and I'm like, dang, if I had to date like that, I don't know what I would do. I would be really frustrated because I feel like people are like, oh, I'm so awesome on this dating app. I have this really cute picture of me and then I wrote this bio and this is who I am. And it's like, but you really don't know who they are. I don't know. I'm working on trust issues. But you know what I mean? Like, they could still be on the dating app even after I start dating them. Then I'm going to have to, lose my mind. Okay? Because I'm like that Lana Del Rey song. I'm a ride or die, whether you fail or fly. I've got that type of vibe. So you guys have different things in your life that are stealing your joy. And you guys are looking at this. You're assessing things differently. You're going to be cord cutting. You're going to be looking at these emotional cords that you no longer need in your life. Like, yeah, I work with a lot of younger girls and they're like, oh, he's on a dating app. Oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. And I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, I'd be losing my biscuits. Hold on.
2,000 years later.
So we have Wounded Healer that fell on the floor. So I just went to pick it up really quick. But what I was saying is oh my gosh, I would be freaking out. They're on a dating app. But then I met them on a dating app. They were hiding that they were talking to other people. Like, I'm going to be honest. I do not handle any of that well. Okay? I just don't. And it's like learning how to be the empress. Learning how to be the empress. Mastering motherhood. Mastering beauty. Mastering fertility and art. So what fell on the ground too is vernal equinox, dark to light. You are getting a fresh start. So the timing is in a few days. It's time, act now. This is your fresh start. This is your awakening. You're going to start doing things how you guys want to do things. You're going to stop caring about other people's approval. You guys are going to start feeling hopeful again. You're going to be letting go. You're going to be reconciling. You're going to be very optimistic about recovery and the things that you chase. We all have a level of needing dopamine, and we all chase that in different ways. We all chase that in different ways, whether it's love and kissing, that releases dopamine. Food releases dopamine. Drugs release dopamine. And so it's caffeine releases dopamine. There's all kinds of things that release dopamine, and we are trying to figure out how to release these things in a healthy way instead of chasing love or chasing things that we don't need. And I think it's beautiful to even recognize that we do some of these things instead of acting like everything is fine, everything is great. For those of you that don't know, that are new to my channel, I am in my sobriety, and I used to chase that dopamine for drug use and popping pills and drinking. And I have this soft spot in my heart for those struggling with addiction. I have a soft spot in my heart for those that are struggling because of that, or losing things, or on the street because of it. And I used to feel bad about feeling that way. Like, or people would try to make me feel bad. Like, why do you feel bad for them? Why are you giving money to them? Because, they chose that. They chose drugs. And it's like, no, I understand. I understand. Because I would come home and I would tell my husband, like, oh, I gave to so-and-so today, or this person or that person. They're like, why? They're just going to spend it on drugs. They're just going to spend it on dope. They're just going to spend it on alcohol. And I'm like, I know. I felt guided to give. This is that Empress energy that you are stepping into. It makes me emotional even talking about it, because I've been in so many bad situations, so many lifetimes I've lived, that I've been in bad situations where I didn't have help, or I was really sick, or going through withdrawal, or didn't have two nickels to rub together. And I just have this soft spot in my heart for anybody going through that. And I don't always feel guided to give, but God, my spirit team tells me when it is time to give, because it'll feel so big on my heart that I have to. And I get prompted when it is that time. And sometimes my husband gets frustrated with me, like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm paying it forward. That person's just going to spend it on this. I felt guided to do that. All right. Like, he's just like, what in the world? Like, you're sober now and you're giving money to drug addicts. You're giving money to alcoholics. Yeah. Yeah. I'm also a bartender, okay? I'm also a bartender. And I've been in my sobriety for a long time. But it's what I do. And I used to feel bad when other people would be like, oh, that's not good. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have given them money. It's just going to go to shit. Blah, 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 blah. And I was watching Stargirl the other day because I watch a lot of Stargirl. I watch a lot of Aaron Dowdy, and I try to watch just like inspirational. I have a list, okay? I have a list. But anyways, I was watching Stargirl and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. She's like, I have a soft spot in my heart for those suffering and going through that. To give, to help. And I'm like, oh, I feel better. Okay, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that does this. Okay, so you guys are going to be realizing you are radiant like the sun. I feel so good when I give. But I am also working on receiving. But I feel so good when I'm prompted to give. When God nudges me like, it's time, hurry up. And I go, it's like I'm making somebody's day. You are the sun. Spirit wants you to have more fun. They want you, God, the divine, your ancestors wants you to count your blessings. Play more. Tap into your authentic self. Stay optimistic. Say yes more. Okay, so some of you guys could be Leos. You guys are euphoric. You are walking euphoria. You guys are tapping into freedom, your warmth, your positivity, and you're going to have a lot of success radiating your beautiful sunshine. I love that. So depending on what your guys' beliefs are, you are letting God lead the way. You are letting the divine lead the way. You are letting your ancestors, you are letting spirit lead the way. So I love that for you guys. You guys are going to be getting a lot of confirmations as well. So this is something I've been realizing the last week. I have been getting a lot of confirmations. Like when I'm thinking something, I'll hear it. So I'm clairaudient. I will hear that it is that a confirmation about something. I'm like, are you sure this is what you want me to do? And then boom, the confirmation comes within 30 seconds. And I'm like, whoa. Whoa. You guys are going to be working on your intuition, your feminine power. You are preparing for change. You are learning that you are an energetic powerhouse. I love this for you guys. Comment down below, I am an energetic powerhouse. I'm cutting cords and keeping it cute, okay? You are looking at where you lack self-confidence. I want you guys to understand that you guys have exciting changes coming in. You are lovable. You are playful. You are childlike. You are a free thinker. You guys have some good news coming in as well. That you guys are emanating Empress, Leo, sunshine. You are radiant. You are radiant. I love that. You are an energetic powerhouse. But yeah, sometimes it's good to know that we're not alone in some of the things that we feel bad about. And so you guys are going to be getting a lot of confirmation through signs and synchronicities. You're moving away from gossip or like too many tarot readings or too much social media or dating apps or something that is clouding your vision that makes you feel easily influenced, where you're realizing you are not grounded in reality. This could be gossip. This could be TikTok. This could be a dating app. This could be anything. And whatever it is for you, you are realizing that that thing is calculated in clouding your vision and easily influencing the collective, and that you're going to start moving your own way. Okay? So spiritual mastery. You guys are going to be tapping into your spiritual mastery. Comment down below, I am a guiding light. I am an energetic powerhouse. I am a wounded healer. I am releasing rage. I am releasing fear. I am releasing insecurities. I am releasing shame. I am tuning back into who I am. So some of you guys could be getting advice, getting counseling, getting a mentor, finding out that you guys are supposed to be teaching or helping lead the collective out of this cloud of mess. You know, because even the spiritual community can be messy. Even the motivational community can be messy. Any community can be messy. Whether it's religious or whatever it is. So we have judgment. You guys are going to be heeding the call for the things that you guys want to heal. And you are creating a new spiritual story. You are ready to start forgiveness. You are going through a self-evaluation. And you are ready to take action in your radical rebirth. You are ready for this renewal. So comment down below. I'm stepping it up. I am heeding the call. I am ready for renewal. I am ready for this rebirth. Who cares if people think that you're self-absorbed? Okay, this is a time for you and reflection. People are like, what are they about? They don't, like, because people can feel you pulling your energy back. You're now indifferent. People are like, what is this? Who is this? I got to know more. So you guys are going to start noticing that. Instead of holding back, you're going to be taking better care of yourself instead of repressing your feelings. Like, you could be at a party and people are talking and you don't agree with something, but you're like, I'm not going to say anything because, people are going to think I'm a jerk. Ooh, we got the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So you guys are going to be tapping into that. Okay, you guys are going to be tapping into that. I feel like everyone has a different path when it comes to love. We have the Empress and the Emperor. I feel like everyone has a different path when it comes to love. And I don't feel like it necessarily has to be, oh, you did all of these things to get this person. Does that make sense? Like, I'm trying to think of an example. You could have the intention of being a better person and you're walking towards that, but you don't have to be necessarily finished with all of it. Because it's in divine timing. The divine's timing. God's timing. Your blueprint of how that's supposed to unfold. People could be trying to make you feel bad, like, oh, you didn't have your shit together when you met that person. That's not your twin flame. If you think that person is your twin flame and they are good to you and they treat you amazing and you have incredible respect for them, which is love, and they make you want to be a better person and vice versa, don't listen to whoever is telling you that. Because I feel like society does tell us, oh, you have to have all your shit together to meet the one. Not necessarily. Depends on what God's plans are for you. That depends on what the Creator's, the Divine's plans are for you. Because like for me, when I met my divine counterpart, God knew that I was serious about the changes that I wanted to make. Dead serious. Couldn't get more serious because of some really bad things that I had just gone through. And God knows your heart. The divine knows your heart. Do you understand? And so I feel like God brought my divine counterpart into my life. So when everyone had left my side, there was somebody that believed in me. Did I have all of my shit together? No. I did not have all of my shit together. I had just been in jail. Literally. For making poor choices. But I had time to sit and reflect for a while. Okay? Not for days, for weeks. That I had to sit and reflect. God put me in timeout. But when I came out, I had never been so serious about the rest of the changes that I needed to make. Instead of dancing on change, tiptoeing around change, doing a couple things for change, God knew my heart and said, well, bring in the divine counterpart because she's going to need someone to believe in her. And I want her to know that she is on the right path more now than ever. You guys are going to be feeling this bliss. You're getting a new beginning in love. A new beginning in the love that you have for yourself. A new beginning in the love that you have or the respect that you have for your divine counterpart. For those of you that are in a divine union or have met your soulmate. And I believe that there's someone out there for everyone. You are a masculine powerhouse. You are a feminine powerhouse. And you are looking at your security. You're looking at your home, your image. Some of you guys could be buying a house. Some of you guys are looking into your past lives. You're curious about your heritage. Or if you're a starseed or whatever it is for you guys, you're curious about your lineage. So anything unclear, you guys are getting ready to remove. Let's get out some. We have, what is that? Aries, right? Yes, I am. You guys are learning what you are. You are not going to have any more shame, okay? You are releasing shame with who you are. And I'm pretty sure that this Mercury retrograde is in Aries. I'm pretty sure. So I would look at how this transit is going to be affecting you because I feel like it's going to be absolutely powerful for you, for whoever I'm speaking to. You guys, God is going to know, the divine is going to know, your ancestors, your angels, your spirit team, whatever your beliefs are, because all beliefs are welcome here. You're going to be realizing, they're going to be realizing that you are active. You are courageous. You are learning to be assertive. So we have the 8th house. So you guys are going through, again, this radical rebirth, okay? You guys are going through this radical rebirth and you are figuring out who you are and how you're going to regenerate that. I'm so excited for you guys. We have Mercury. Stop. Oh my gosh. You guys, we have Mercury. So, you guys are learning who you are and how you communicate. And you are learning who you are and how you inspire others. You are looking at your relationships differently. Wow. What a confirmation. Spirit is saying, don't stall on who you are. Okay, don't stall on who you are. The world is yours. You're going to be feeling really accomplished. Some of you guys are getting ready to travel or buy a home. Somebody here is going to be traveling with their person. Somebody here is going to be traveling to where they're from. You are ending a chapter of unwelcome changes. Okay? You are releasing grief. You are releasing sadness. You are releasing emotional baggage. You are no longer resisting. You are going to be overcoming despair. Comment down below. It is safe to feel safe. I am an energetic powerhouse. I am allowed to radiate sunshine. I am overcoming despair. I am ready to accept change. I am ready to move on. I am ready to let go. I am healing. I am activating. I am removing despair. Wow. You guys feel like you have a lack of direction right now, and you're going to be figuring out what is your spiritual vision. Okay, we have Neptune. What is your spiritual vision? You're looking at your... Am I showing you guys the right side? We have Neptune. You're going to be looking at your creative imagination and your psychic ability to lead you beyond materialism. I never say that word right. Materialism. You know what I'm saying. We have Leo. You guys are going to be a fire. There's going to be a fire lit from underneath you. You're going to be feeling supercharged. So we have Aries and we have Leo. You guys could have things unfolding in your 8th house or your 5th house. You're going to be expressing yourself differently because you're not going to be caring so much what other people think. Their feelings about you. You're just not going to be caring like that anymore. You know what I mean? We have 6th house. Okay, so for some of you guys, you're going to be regenerating your romantic attachments. How you look at the people you love, how you look at the people that you respect. You're going to be looking at the devotion you have towards certain things, bad habits that you want to get rid of. You are an inspiration. People are going to be enjoying this new wave of you not people pleasing and you not giving a damn. This is how you're going to create what it is you've been seeking. Because this is something that you've been feeling like you don't deserve. There was a part of you that felt like you didn't deserve this. And you do. Some of you guys are going to be trying new self-care practices. I love that for you guys. So you're looking at where you feel lost, okay? You guys are looking at where you feel lost. Adventurous. It's time for an adventure. This is going to be you not people pleasing. This is going to be an adventure for you. And that's a good way to look at it. You're not going to be turning up on your enemies. You're not going to be giving them the time of day. You know that hurt people. You're not going to be giving it the time of day. And good for you guys. Even though a lot of people underestimated you, The world is yours. The world awaits you. I love that. Even though a lot of people underestimated you, you realize now that it's time to tune back into who you are, that the world awaits you. And I feel like you guys are going to be blessed with luck and confidence and success in this venture. You guys are going to be releasing procrastination, being reluctant. You're going to be realizing that you're one of a kind. Confirmation that you guys need to watch the last reading if you haven't seen it already. And then we have another confirmation. So these different things that you're doing to get that dopamine going, to like feel better after being stressed, after going through a dark period, it's natural for us to want that. But you're going to be looking at it. For those of you that have a blessed union and you've been feeling lost, you're going to be realizing the deep respect that you have for this person. You guys are going to be reigniting the love that you guys have for one another under this new moon, under this transit, this Mercury retrograde. I'm seeing a new bond forming. So somebody here has been desperately looking for new love. I'm getting a couple messages. Someone here feels very guarded because of emotional defeat, regrets, and mistakes. So you've been trying to explore. You've been feeling like your love life is cursed. But guess what? No matter what group you're in, you're going to be realizing what you really want. You're going to be realizing what you really want. You've been feeling like some of you guys have been avoiding emotional connection, and some of you have been chasing it. Your love life is not cursed. Some of you guys feel like Beauty and the Beast. Some of you guys have been trying to explore the waters. Some of you guys have been drowning in an ocean of tears, and some of you guys have been closed off. You're like, I'm done desperately looking for true love. Spirit is saying, figure out what you really want. There's something better. There's someone better. Keep your options open. Do not put all your eggs in one basket if you are single. We have unrealistic. I feel like your guys' expectations for yourself is unrealistic. You're realizing that it's hard to please yourself and that you're never satisfied, and the standards that you have for yourself are unrealistically high. So Spirit wants you to pay attention to that. We have deep wisdom. Read between the lines. You are being divinely assisted. You are attracting helpful people. You are moving out of stagnations, delays, and setbacks. I love that for you guys. Okay. Let's finish with this deck. If I can shuffle it. Start a revolution. You're going to start a revolution by being yourself, doing you. You're going to be attracting so many people towards you because this is what you want to do for you. You were like, oh my gosh, look at them, not giving a fuck about anybody. I want to do that. That's where your magic is. So you're ending this chapter of, oh, well, I want them to like me, so I'm not going to say what I really want to say. everyone's in the corner like, oh, I really like this song, I really like that song, and you're like, I hate that song, but you're like, I'm not gonna say anything, I'm not gonna say anything. Your potential is endless. Don't be afraid to sing. Don't be afraid to be you. Don't be afraid to be yourself. You would be surprised. Because then someone else is going to say, you know, I don't like that song either. They play that song on the radio all the time. I don't like it either. Your intentions are going to change. They're going to be different. Because you're going to be standing up for yourself. You're going to be saying what's on your mind. You're going to be remembering who you are. You're going to be taking a chance on yourself. Okay, whoever I'm speaking to, you're going to be taking a chance on yourself. So you can bring back balance. So you can bring back wish fulfillment. So you can clear what does not belong. I love that. Let's get you guys an angel number. We have 263. Angel number 263. Let's see if we get anything else for you guys. 10th house. This is going to bless your 10th house. These changes that you're making, this is going to reward your career, your reputation, your professional achievement. That's what this is going to bless. You standing in your truth. Because this might be what you're really attached to. You guys could really be attached to the outcome of people. I want people to accept me on social media, or I want people to accept me at my job or in my family or at my 9 to 5. And you guys changing this ending is inevitable. You are overcoming despair. You are seeing where trying to be what other people wanted wasn't necessarily going to work. Take a chance on yourself. Don't be afraid to sing. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to rock the boat, restore balance. And your 10th house will be blessed. You'll be bringing in new life goals, new prestige, a new position. Your reputation will be shifting because you will be a new version of yourself. So that's what we're working on right now, becoming this new version of not caring what anybody thinks. We're stepping into our authenticity. So I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. Let me know how it resonates with you. I love reading your guys' confirmations. I love reading your guys' beautiful comments. I'm so grateful. Don't forget to affirm what you want to bring in for your life. Drop your favorite affirmation. Don't forget to smash the you know what, hit the bell. Duh. If you guys enjoyed this reading, you're definitely going to want to check out the last one. And what else? I think that's it, you guys. If you guys are looking for just pick a cards that are in depth, we just did one for Mercury retrograde. I'm about to do another one as a bonus. So link is in the description box. Cash App is in the description box. I just appreciate all of your guys' beautiful Cash App donations, your Patreon pledges, your subscribes, your likes, your shares, your comments. Just thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross